Let's go.
Mic check, here we go. It's the kid plot.
So I'm having the great privilege of sitting here with Reddgy Jupiter and Matthew Park, a pair of savage, carnage-laying Super League, just all-around badass athletes and crazy mofos. So we got Reddgy Jupiter. He's a heavyweight champion of the world currently. This guy is the man. He's the guy to beat. He's a Team Fit Army. Some beautiful, stellar clothing. As we're looking at that, look at the chalk on there still. The guy didn't even shower.
Over my clothes because I just got out the gym, you know. I'm a little bit dirty. Look at my hands. I didn't take my shower yet.
Oh
shit! I didn't take my shower.
I gotta ask you, Reg. I don't know how you scrub your body parts with those calloused hands. That's gotta hurt if you get a little too close to the nards there, bro.
Yeah. Well, we're just getting used to.
Oh, nice. I also have on there I Eat Fit menu, and here's the Force 5. We're going to dive in. You're going to have an opportunity to tell us what the Force 5 stands for and what's it about. We got Matthew Park, the performance coach, peak mindset, motivational speaker, founder of the INBF Canada. That was a huge one, Matty. Co-founder of RE7. And I like to call you the Super League Canada kingpin, the kingpin of Super League Canada. Hey, Reddgy, you agree with that?
Well, you know, we're just representing, you know, because I'm a very pretentious man, but I'm going to try to work on 2018 on that humble section of me. So I'm just going to say, if you guys say so, it is what it is. But we go hard to deserve that name. You know, we go hard, man.
Yes,
we're all about that savage life.
Nice. Matty, I see you just giggling there. How's things in the Matthew Park world today?
Things are great. I got my little girl behind me. Just saw her 5 minutes ago. She was crying up a storm, changing diapers, ready on the line here with you two crazy machines and the heavyweight champion of the world. So I'm excited for this.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
And Reddgy, you said you just finished a killer workout. What did it consist of today? What were you?
Yeah, it was. We started with. We had to a 1 RM a squat. Then we had to do 100 wall balls for time. Then we had a lot of cleans, a lot of jerks. Then we had the clean and jerks. Then we had clean pulls. So it was powerlifting. Weightlifting. And we had some gymnastics at the end and some stretching. Right, bridge, tripods, and all that.
Damn, that's
we do it all. We do it all with passion. You know, we like it. We're all about that life.
That is savage right there.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So is anything excited you and just grabbed you right where it counts about the Combine series and about the haven't seen you out in the Power series yet. I got to let you know this. So right off the bat, I laid down a challenge with Tehran when I had him on there and he took it. So April 15th, Tehran Beckham's going to do the Power series and he talked about you and he kind of laid it down. I want to see Reddgy do it. So what do you think, Reg?
Well, yeah, we're going to have to, I'll talk to him about it because, you know, we have so much work on the paper. You know, what we're talking about, Force 5, you know, we train like a couple hours a day, like I would say 3, 4, me for myself, I train like 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a day. So just to add that 3 RM section, sometimes it takes a lot of time in my schedule and all that. But for example, the Combine series, this is what we do every day. It's like telling me, Reddgy, you have to come and breathe. Okay, let's do some let's do some rower, let's do some jump ropes and all that. This is easy. You know, when we're talking about conditioning and all that. But for that 3 RM part, you know, of the weight, the bodybuilding section or the powerlifting section, I mean, this is something I've been doing all my life, to lift heavy, but to add it in my programming, it takes like a couple more hours because powerlifters, this is what they do every day. So this is why I was like, okay, I know I'm gonna lift heavy, but not as heavy as I can, But if Terrence wants, if Terrence is looking for me to come, well, I'll be there. I'll be there. Now, baby, Terrence, I'll be there.
Nice. Matthew, I see you're just busting a gut there.
I'm not surprised if Reddgy didn't set the challenge. Like the thing is it's going to be amazing because you two guys don't light things up. You guys almost like step up the game for everybody else. It's really cool, entertaining, and motivating to see what you two are going to bring to the table. So I'm just laughing, just thinking of all the carnage, as Hank Tom always says, and all the new motivations going to come out of this when you guys go to compete. So I'm looking forward to this. Whenever it's going to be, it's going to be. But whenever it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
That is a good way to put it, and I like that. Reddgy, let's dive in a little bit to you talked briefly about Force 5. Who is the starting, or what was the starting point of that, and share with us what Force 5 all stands for and what it's about, other than just Carnage Lane working out ass kickers there.
Well, Force 5, Mathieu Dubreuil is the founder creator of Force 5. He's our coach, and we say it. I don't know how Matthew sees it, but he's a real genius. He's a master. He created a platform, community, a team, culture, a programming, and we're also talking about equipment and all that. Something that brings us very high when we're talking about the fitness level, like internationally. And for example, when people ask me like how you see yourself as an athlete, I'm always like, way before Super League, my answer was, well, I'm one of the best athletes ever who has ever lived on that planet Earth, and I'm serious about it. Because when the truth talks, when the truth lives, there's nothing greater than that. And people often they come see us train and they're just looking at us and they be like, oh, this is like they cannot explain how far we go in the workouts. We're talking about like pain, but that pain brings us so high, like we were talking, we were talking about obstacles and all that. We're always trying to look for like other mountains because we always climb mountains every day and we always get on top of that mountain, but we're getting used to success, but we always looking for something greater. So we're looking for a mountain to climb way more higher, to go reach the clouds and all that. And me, for myself, Reddgy Jupiter, when I get on top of the clouds, I just sit and I just dangle my feet and I'm just thinking about what is up next for us. And I don't like to talk with the I, me. So when you hear Reddgy Jupiter equals us. So this is Force 5. We do it for the whole wide world. We're trying to show to the whole wide world that just give the best you can for your body. If you want to be in that life, we're all about that life, that savage life, So this is Force 5. If you want me to explain it like fastly and all that, this is Force 5.
That is awesome, buddy. And I think that's like your drug of choice. Force 5 is the Reddgy Jupiter drug of choice. Hey?
Yeah, drug of choice, I don't smoke crack. I don't take cocaine. I just Force 5.
That is awesome. Maddie, isn't that pretty powerful?
I love it. Force 5, Reddgy Jupiter, always laying it down, making things happen. I was going to ask you too, Reg, How many years have you been training with Force 5?
Um, almost 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. Yeah,
And,
yeah,
and
yeah.
do you mind, Tank, if I ask a couple questions to Reddgy?
Yeah, fire away. This is great.
Because when I first learned about you, Reddgy, I believe you told me I was actually at your Christmas party, I think it was, and
Yeah.
you invited me over, and you mentioned to me that before Force 5, you were doing a lot of just bodybuilding style training for quite some time. And then when you first came to Force 5, there was a lot of mechanic things you had to work on, flexibility, movement mechanics, and once you got that flow, it's just like you exploded in your performance. It was just amazing. And when
Yeah.
you your performance, whether it was strength, lifting, physique, everything, you might kind of taken us through us because you kind of had an interesting transition from just bodybuilding style training to Force 5 training and how it's really evolved for you as an athlete.
Well, like we were saying, I mean, before Force 5, I was more the type of guy who, I used to play football all my life, so I was already strong. I've been lifting a lot of weights like a couple of years ago. We're talking about back squat. I used to squat like um probably like 800 pounds. I used to deadlift 800 pounds. I used to bench like 500 pounds and all that. Then after I went to do some bodybuilding, but not that conventional bodybuilding like these guys who lifting weights 20 pounds on the bicep curls and they get big. I don't know why. I don't know what they take to get that big with fucking 25, 30 pounds and they don't do nothing and they just sit. They take 2 minutes of rest and they get big and they win Olympia. My bad. This is how I talk. But then I wanted to try some bodybuilding, but like I used to call it power bodybuilding, like high reps with heavy ass weights. So this is how I used to train. Like for example, um, do like 4 sets of 50 with a pound that you're supposed to lift like on each set's 25 reps. So you still have 25 fucking reps to go sick very deep inside of you, man, to try to lift it. And in the beginning, it was the kind of workouts that was like, God damn, man, what am I doing right now? Where am I right now? But when you put your mind into it, it is true, man. It is true that it is all in your head. Everything is here. Everything is here. Then I started that bodybuilding for a couple of years. I started yoga in 2012. So yoga has been part of my life since 2012. Like it's an everyday life. It's a lifestyle. I always stretch and all that. And I always tell my people, stretch, mobility stretch. For all you bodybuilders who were at the Super League and who got injured for I don't know what, for example, respect to him. I still respect him even if he doesn't like me, Johnny Jackson. Yo, bro, go stretch. Do something. You have to warm up before you go lift heavy. And then I met Force 5 two years ago. That that was a blessing in my life. That was a real blessing. I remember the first day I came, I was like, it's impossible. People like they were like smaller than me, but they used to clean like heavy than me, snatch heavy than me, run faster than me, do gymnastic better than me. I was like, no, I will not miss that boat. I will not. For example, if you're a businessman and all that matters in your life is numbers and profits and all that, a businessman who comes in the company and he sees that everybody they're making so much money and all that, that businessman's gonna be like, oh, they're making so much money, I'm not gonna miss that boat. But me, I was like, yo, these guys are savages, man. I'm not gonna miss that. And as a businessman, the more I get savage, the more it brings numbers. Anyways, it's we call it the butterfly effect, with the social medias and all that. So Force 5 was a blessing for me because I remember the first 6 months, I couldn't sleep. I was depressed. It was I had a lot of questions in my mind, like, Reddgy, are you an athlete? I was. I remember I was talking to Matthew Dubrec. I was like, "Yo, Matthew, I'm not an athlete. I thought I was one, but I am not one, and I'm gonna work hard for it. Work very hard for it." And this is the reason why, for example, when I came to Super League in Vegas last year or Montreal, I was not stressed at all. You know, a lot of people were asking me, "Yo, Reddgy, are you stressed? You're going against a big guy from the States, is sponsored by Reebok, or I don't know." Then I went to do my research, and I saw Terran Beckham and all that. When Matthew Park, not Matthew Dubrec, Matthew Park told me that I was going against Terran Beckham. I made my research and all that, my researchers and all that, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not stressed at all," because, you know, when you make sure that during your workouts at home, when you make sure that you fall on every workouts every day, when you make sure that you fall, when you come to that stage in the competition or in the final, the only job that you have to do is make sure that you're going to stand still, because you fall every day and you don't want to fall in front of everybody. This is how we are, and this is why I'm never stressed when we were talking about lifting weights or go hard, because this is what we do every day. Every day we live through that pain. We live through that pain because we like it. Because, as I was saying yesterday, Matt, you know what we're talking about. When you wake up in the morning and you look at yourself, do you love what you see? You know, do you own your day at first sight? And this is what we do every day. We love ourselves because we deserve our body. We look good. We deserve our mental. We're intelligent, you know, because we go hard, because we learn, we seek, and we find.
Wow, Reddgy, that's damn good. And a question that came to my mind when you were doing that, you had some time ago posted on Instagram a significant weight loss. I did not realize
Yeah.
that. I only met you in September when I met you in Vegas, man, and I felt your love and your peace and power then. I saw that and I was like, holy crap. Walk us through that a little bit. Where you were
Yeah.
at that stage in your life, where you're at now. You talked a little bit about depression. Was that back in that time? And then
No, that time, no, that was the party boy, nightlife, way of life. I mean, because what happened? Long short story. Since the age of 13 or 14, I played football. You know, I played high school football. I played college and all that. So sports was sports in school was, you know, that life that I lived for, I would say, for 10 years. So when I started playing football, you know, I played linebacker, so I had I had to stay like athletic and all that. So when I started playing football, then I met the world. I met, the girls. I met the nightlife. I met the extreme abuse of alcohol, extreme abuse of a restaurant and all that. So during 2 years when I stopped playing football, all I did was chill, go out with my homies, you know, hang out late and all that. So one day I looked at me, I was like, what the fuck? I gained 70 pounds. I gained fucking 70 pounds and I didn't see it. And I look at me, I remember it was my birthday. The next morning, I was like, no. I'm not a fly boy anymore. I'm not pretty anymore. and I couldn't accept that. You know, the fact that I was making less like beautiful women, because me, I like to, you know, I like beautiful women. You know, I like superstars. You know, so I was like, Reddgy, man, you cannot accept that. But I never stopped training during that part of my life. I was always at the gym every day. I remember I had a coach in the gym. He was always mad at me because he was like, Reddgy, you're always sweating cognac, man. You smell like cognac every day, man. I was like, yo, man, it doesn't matter. Look how heavy I lift, man. There's over like 700 to 800 pounds on that squat rack. So it doesn't matter. They were like, yo, man, that guy is lost, man. So, you know, I had that rock star lifestyle. But yeah, so one day was my birthday, and I looked at it in the mirror in the morning, and I was like, nope, it's done. So it took me for I would say 6 months to lose that 70 pounds and get back on track on my pretty fly boy, six pack abs. I look good. Look at me, everybody, because I inspire you.
That is 6 months. That is not.
Yeah,
That is
6
awesome.
months.
I mean, that's
6
not
months.
long to lose 70 pounds. That's pretty.
Yeah,
You must have a work ethic coming out your ass. Yeah.
but I didn't eat carbs for 6 months. No carbs.
Oh
No
shit.
fucking carbs. That was whoa.
That's hard on the brain. Hey, that can be
Yeah,
hard on the brain.
all in the brain. So that's the
Oh.
story about it.
That's pretty awesome. Maddie, I see you just kicking back there, just thinking, holy shit. You probably know some of these stories, but these
Not
are
very
good.
well. This is a new story for me. I'm enjoying this one.
That's awesome. So,
Yeah.
so how did you find Super League, or how did Super League find you? Was it via Matt?
It was Matt.
Yeah, for SL2. Matt, I want you to walk us through that. Like, how did you see Reddgy and go like, holy shit, look at this fly boy. He is ready to rock and roll and rumble. How did you spot him?
You know, I actually had a referral from somebody. I forget who it was actually who referred me, who mentioned about Reddgy.
Miriam, no?
Oh yeah, it was Miriam. Thank you. It was
Miriam.
You're
Yeah.
right. And she said, for SL2, reach out to this guy named Reddgy Jupiter. He's with Fit Army. So I actually Instagrammed him first. I was like, oh, this guy looks pretty impressive. His physique, his strength, his performance is amazing. I got on the phone with him and he was by the pool, suntanning on his face. And he's like, yeah, what are you doing right now, Reddgy? Oh, I'm just suntanning in August right now by the pool. And I'm like, oh, aren't you a lucky guy? But we had a really good chat, and his energy was amazing on the call. Like, just down to earth guy, fun, positive guy. I could tell right there that just from that conversation, he was going to be on our team and a real asset to our team going into SL2. And now we're here. It's April. It's like 9 months, 8 months later, and look where Reddgy is now, heavyweight champion of the world. We're going to be going into World War, and really kicking some butt this year. So that was the initial. It was all down to a phone conversation, Tank. Back in August of 2017.
Wow. So I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit. When you first saw Reddgy and you met him and you saw his performance abilities and his aesthetics and everything he's about, did you think this is a serious contender in the heavyweight division?
Well, I'll be honest. I thought Reddgy was a bit of a talker initially.
I love you, Matt. It's okay.
I'm glad, brother. I'm glad you love me. I'm being honest here. I'm like, oh, Reddgy, he likes to really entertain. My first impression was his positive energy really got me off the bat. That's one thing I really liked about Reddgy to begin with. And I asked his numbers on the phone. I was talking to him. And I was like, okay, most guys, give me their numbers and their squat, their bench, their deadlift. So I was impressed, but I want to see it in person. You know what I mean? That's just how I am as a person. So when he came to SL2, his energy was obviously the most unique out of the whole team. That was obviously quite obvious, but I wasn't expecting the Jupiter I saw in SL2. He kind of took me away. And, actually he kind of became the talk of SL2 once it was finished. Who's this Jupiter guy? Who's this guy pulling up his shirt and flexing his abs after pull downs? Those kind of crazy things. All these things that Jupiter was doing that no one else was doing, and like finishing, I think it was like the deadlift or I forget what it was, and you were like, looking around, like, are we done yet, or is this, is this all easy? And people were looking at him like, who is this kind of, strange Canadian athlete? But you were really dominating in your field. So after that performance in SL2, I was a believer.
Well, thank
Damn.
you, man. Thank you.
That
Wow.
is pretty impressive,
Wow.
Reddgy. And I didn't get to know you before, but when I met you at Las Vegas, man, and I tell a story over and over, and I walked in that room and all you athletes were there, and I had started following you on Instagram before I got there because of Matt and seeing what Super League was about. And you were larger than life even on your Instagram profile or whatever with your energy. But the way you interact with people is amazing. You truly are about the love and the peace and the happiness and just bringing the best out in people. And I really saw that in you. I mean, you complete strangers are coming out and talk to you. You take the time and talk to them, and you tell them what your beliefs are, and share that. Like, I mean, you do have a heck of a belief. I love how you say about hard work is free. That's what you like to do. Share some of those things. I like that.
Well, to hear that, this is the kind of things that, when we hear that, because it's, everybody sees our smiles. Everybody in the social media sees that they're having good times when they work out. We just show like the fun sides of it. And just to hear that, that's the kind of thing that me, for myself, I need to hear, because if it wasn't for us, for you guys, or for anybody who's watching what we do, if it wasn't for that kind of inspiration, I wouldn't do it for real. I would have chose something else in life to do. I don't do it to, I like to flex my abs, my muscles, and all that. But I don't do it to show my body. I mean, I'm proud of it. I don't do it to show that I'm greater. I'm better than anybody else. The only reason why I do what I do is because I'm just here to bring some hope, in people's heart, just to bring some happiness, just to make anybody, just to make somebody smile. For me, just one person, for me, the job is done, So I'm all about love, passion, inspiration, motivation. So inspire the others and get inspired. Because me too, I need to get inspired, So this is the kind of things that I need to hear from real people only, So yeah, as like I always say, man, hard work pays off, and hard work is free. And it's true. It is free to go hard.
That is awesome, Reddgy, and we definitely know you're about the cause, not the applause, buddy. And man, do I appreciate that. And like I said, you made me feel you ignited life in me from the first time I met you in that ring, and then the smoke, and then to watch you perform. You were only an exercise. I was recording you like crazy. Like, oh, this guy is a freaking savage. Like the weight that was on the shit. I was, I sent you that video when you were doing the ring. Remember that? Because I was like impressed with your whole physique, that picture. But the weight you had on there, I don't know if anyone added that up, but that was a shit ton of weight. You were moving it. You were moving it effortlessly. When I saw that, it was kind of like, remember how Bruce Lee always said he would try and tell people about like just flow through water,
Yeah.
Like and you were flowing just so smoothly, just like there was nothing there. It was, you have this gift. It's not only in the strength, but it comes from within you. And okay, you're mine. But I really want to hone in on that a little bit. Where do you go when you're in that? Everybody has that breaking point. Everyone has that point where they want to just quit. They just want to lay down and say, like, fuck this. This is hard. I'm beat. You don't seem to have that. You got the go button, and the go button. That's all Reddgy Jupiter has. But Reddgy, where do you go to find that? Like, do you peace out? Do you zone out? Tell us about that.
Well, yeah, peace out, I zone out. But where I go exactly, sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I just wake up. But to try to stay like logic and all that, uh, there's a sentence that I always say in my mind. For example, if I have to, if I'm trying to tolerate like an extreme burning in my muscles and all that, I'm always saying, breathe to the ocean, breathe to the ocean, breathe to the ocean. I always say that in my mind. And I go directly where it burns and I try to swim with my mind in that section. I know it is hard to understand. Probably that's the yoga section, the meditation. I just meditate. Seriously, I just meditate. I just disappear and I just accept the fact that right now there's something going on in my body. Right now it is very difficult, but I know that when it's difficult, we're talking about results. If it's not difficult, there's no results. You're just staying at the same level where you were. And breathe through the ocean means accept, bring the water, and make anything that you don't like disappear. Because why, for example, when people get easy and all that, why you cannot accept the fact that it is so heavy or you're working endurance, it is burning so much that you have to drop the weight. Why you cannot accept that it burns and you're in, just do the 12 reps. Just do it, just live with it. Because if we were born on earth, you know, there's two things in life. There's that there's a when something hurts and when something makes you feel good. So if we're born with that feeling, you know, that feeling that, you know, okay, it makes me feel good. But if we were born with that feeling, oh, it hurts. But if we were born with that hurt feeling, or probably we wouldn't recognize that every day that it hurts because we're getting used to. And when that it makes me feel good feeling would knock to our outdoors, we would be like, oh, what it is, this is something new. So me, I see pain as something new. I don't see it as something that I have to give up. I said, okay, welcome to my house. Because we're not there. Now you're in my body, welcome to my house.
Yeah.
So I'm driving the boat right now. So let's swim to the ocean.
Wow. You definitely are an advocate for when they say pain is temporary.
Yeah, yeah. And so often we see people say, oh, pain is temporary. No pain, no gain. I'm like, I'm laughing. You're not about that life. And I speak loud about it. Sometimes I hear people, no pain, no gain. And I'm like, hey, my man, please don't say it. You're not able to say it. No, you're not allowed to say it.
Wow, that's pretty awesome, Reddgy. So, how stoked are you for September in Vegas? How stoked are you? Like, how are you feeling inside for this?
Oh, seriously, I can't wait. I'm like, if it, I'm very excited. And first of all, for Terran Beckham, I just want to let him know that I want to do it in the cruiserweight category because, yeah. So Beckham, get ready, get lean, get small because we're going to do it in the cruiserweight category. And if you don't come, you will never know. You will never know.
Oh, that's awesome.
And me, I want to do it because I want to stay like athletic and all that, and I have some competitions coming. But seriously, I prefer to be like closer to 220 because Everything I wear, it just look better. I'm all about fashion and all that. So that's the reason why. And for September, um, the only thing I'm worrying about is how I'm gonna dress. The other things like lifting weights and all that. This is something that I always do. So I'm gonna think about what I'm gonna say to the cameras and how I'm gonna dress. So I'm excited to show people that fashion world.
Nice. Hey, so what does that mean for you right now? What are you weighing in at? What are you weighing today?
Right. Today I'm probably 229, 230.
So what is the cruiserweight? It's 220 and under?
Yeah.
Okay, so you only got 9 pounds. Wow, you're gonna.
Yeah, it's only 9 pounds.
And what were you at at Super League 2 in Vegas? What did you come in at?
Vegas.
Yeah.
At 228, I think, or 226. I don't remember, 6 or 28.
Jesus, man, you are a large 220. I would always picture you walking around at 240. That's what you look like.
But at Super League 2, I was 234. I don't remember.
Yeah.
234, 236 probably. I don't remember.
So did you feel a real difference from SL2 to SL3 having, what, a 9 pound difference type of thing?
I saw the difference because I was prepared. I knew exactly what to work. That's the difference. For the 6 pound in my body doesn't change that much for the strength. Yeah. But I was in a very, very, very good condition because I was prepared. I knew what was Super League. I prepared myself for Super League. Now I'm getting ready for Super League in September.
Maddie, how's that for some talk, eh?
It's gonna be intense. Super League, World War. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's gonna be intense.
All I can say for that is Team Canada Tank is coming back with the overall titles.
Hell yeah. I believe in that. I like that.
Yeah.
Shit.
And probably I want to change category because I want to let the chance to the others to win. The heavyweight category.
Oh, nice.
Let's have a new heavyweight champion.
You want to go for the
you know, all my homies, they're like, yo, Reddgy, you know what? Go to the cruiserweight and lift heavy than the super heavyweights. I'm like, oh, yeah, probably. I'll try.
That's the new goal, hey? Oh, shit. Reddgy, I got to meet your mom and dad really briefly at Montreal.
Yeah.
Just beautiful people.
Yeah.
The first thing I'm going to tell you I learned from your mom is she was carrying this can around. I was like, what is she carrying in her hand and handing off to her son once in a while? This is Reddgy Magic Potion. Well, people, let me tell you, it's Canadian maple syrup.
Yeah.
Canadian maple syrup makes this guy like trudge forward. Hey?
Yeah, we're talking about instant energy, like right away, like sugar in all your body and all that. So this is like a culture thing, in Canada, Montreal, and all that. But I'm gonna bring that Canadian syrup in Vegas, and I will drink it during the World War finals. Oh yeah, of course. I think yes. My mom and dad, they were there, and they were like, "Wow, this is the Super League organization and all that. We love them so much. We like that type of people because sometimes when you meet the bodybuilding world, you meet like kind of people be like, hey, don't talk to me. If you want to talk to me, you have to say that I have a big bicep. If not, don't talk to me. But when you come to Super League, you just see like I don't know, like happy people. Even if you see like big guys, like you were saying, Aaron Reed or Darren or whatever the name, Christian Graham, Jamie, all different people from I was all around the world or anywhere in the States, but we're all happy to be there. We're all confident, and we all know what we have to, and we all have our own careers and all that. So Super League is just an excellent weapon for us to inspire the whole planet Earth. That's why we absolutely need Super League to explode the world. You know, all the countries, they have to know that Super League exists, because it is a revolution, simple as that. It is the revolution of the bodybuilding. Yeah.
Nice. And I love to hear that your mom and dad think that too, of an older generation. And so your mom and dad, how big of a factor are they in your life as a support system? And it was so great to see them there and cheering you on and handing you off the maple syrup. And tell us a little bit about your life growing up. Like, you have some siblings, and what's
well, I grew up. I had two big brothers, and I have one twin sister.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, I'm taking. Oh, sorry. she'd be hot.
And I mean, since the day I can remember, when I started to lift weights as a teen, and I never stopped. I think I started at age 13 or 14, and I never stopped. And when I say I never stopped, it is true. I never stopped. Like every day, I never stopped until today. And unfortunately, at age 19, I lost one of my big brothers, my older brother. So that was a big I don't know what word to use, but that was something that totally changed my life, you know.
Yep.
So since that day, you know, I said to myself, because I remember, like, he was always telling me, "You're Reddgy, man. When you grow up, I see you as a, you know, as a big guy and all that. I used to play football, but I remember he was always saying, Reddgy, you like a superhuman. I'm sure that one day you're gonna be the strongest guy on earth." You always used to say that to me. So nice. The day that I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep continuing, go to the gym, lift some weights, lift heavy, do my life, and we'll wait. We'll see what's going on, and we'll see what's gonna knock on my door. But I will never stop do what I do best. And this is probably also for him that I do everything that I do every day. But just to inspire you, you know, he had his daughter. She was there, you know, she was taking pictures and all that. My nephew, I don't know if you remember. So there's a long story behind Reddgy Jupiter. There's a lot of things that people don't know, and I'm not here to talk to people about it, because I have big shoulders. I prefer like to hold people's like how you say
hold them up. Yeah, you're here to hold
people
up.
I prefer to hold people up than people to hold me up, because I don't need nobody to hold me up, because I'm strong enough, you know. But that's some story of my life, you know.
I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you showing that, or sharing that, Reddgy. And your brother's obviously watching down on you, and a driving force. So maybe some of what we were touching before, I think you now know where some of that comes from. Maybe when you go to, if you're not performing at a certain level, I believe your brother's kicking you directly in the ass.
Yeah. Like, yo,
you get going.
Get up, motherfucker. Get up.
I love it. That is awesome. And Maddie, where are you at right now? What's happening in the Matthew Park world? Share with me and Reddgy where you're at. And you might have to talk a little louder. I don't know why it doesn't switch the screen. It's supposed to switch when you start talking. I don't know if it is when I'm talking, but I don't think so. I see Reddgy.
I'm actually really enjoying hearing Reggie's stories. It's good to hear a bit more about about your background, Reggie, and I appreciate you sharing those things, man. Those vulnerable moments. It truly just shows the authenticity of what drives your inner spirit. To
Yeah.
who you are and why you do what you do, man. I think that's what most people probably misunderstand you sometimes, is you don't get to know what is the driving force and could be driving force of what is Jupiter's.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's the main reason I'm here, Tank. Is I just want to be, helping an anchor of support in our Canadian team, of helping us, guiding us, supporting us, inspiring us to just always be a team, a collective team, whereas one person, grows, the next person can grow with that person, and we just keep elevating each other to greatness, and keep inspiring more and more people, and and just inspire the world, through our process. So I'm just grateful to be in this position, man. Tank, to really be here to for all of us, and I'll keep making myself better, as a human being. I'm going to make mistakes as well, as as a leader, but I'm also going to help, I want to help drive and support and honor and be an anchor wherever I can.
That is awesome. And I like that, Reggie, too. And you had said there is no I and we. You're not about the I. It's about we and team mentality. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons I'm so drawn to Super League, but also athletes like yourself and Matthew. And we all have that same mindset. And we all have to say that if Reggie falls down, I'm going to be there to pick him up. I'm going to be there to harp on him a little bit to say, hey, you're Force 5, man. You got to keep ramming this home. You're bringing the Canadian medals home. You the man. But I like the whole team mentality thing, and we all need that certain support staff in our world. And it's so funny that I too, Reggie, want to thank you for sharing that about your brother, because all anybody ever hears is about the glamour and the good. And here's the
Yeah.
heavyweight champion of the world sitting here in front of us, and we all want to know what drives them. And your hard work and your structure and your discipline is the biggest factor of it. But also, there's been some hardships along the way that have made you into this stellar individual that you are today, to see the greater good in everyone and everything that you go through. The love and the peace and the happiness. And I really remember that there at Vegas too. You started singing. I was recording you, and I don't know how I lost some of that, but you had a great little song and little flow and mojo going, and I was recording. I was like, and that was before, in between sets, for Christ's sake. Like, you didn't even falter in between one exercise to the other. You only laid down a couple times to put your feet in the air, your legs,
Yeah.
and get the blood back down to your hips.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. I really appreciate that I've been able to be a part of your journey, and so many other athletes. This is so cool. And it's funny. I see Kristen Graham smack talks you once in a while too, because you know what the outcome of this is there's going to be a crowned king and a crowned queen, and she looks at the two of you as the king and queen of the world here.
I think so. I think that I think it's gonna be both of us, me and Kristen, because a lot of athletes in the Super League, they are not sure that they are exactly about that life that they think they are. And Kristen Graham, she's an athlete, and she follows the CrossFit methodology and all that. So CrossFit, I'm not here to sell CrossFit to anybody, but CrossFit brings some in your heart, that stamina. CrossFit, we're talking about like extreme conditioning and all that. That's why, we're not tired between each sets and all that. That's why, like, we finished 8 exercises of 6 minutes and all that, and we're ready to attack another workout like hard. Super League for people like me and Kristen, it's not hard. So. And I totally respect Super League. I mean, for example, if you see me lift at the squat rack 500 pounds, for example, for 12 reps. So I'm gonna lift the 12 reps, and that's gonna be my max. It's gonna be my max, but I will not be exploded. I will not be tired, because our conditioning. or 12 or 12 rep max or 1 RM or 2 RM, we're, we're able to do it all day long. All day long.
Yeah.
So the reason why I won Super League like 2 times in a row, the only reason why is because, for example, if you take a guy who lifts 1 rep heavier than me, I'm gonna be like, okay. So if my 1 rep deadlift is 700 and the other guy is 800, I'm not gonna be impressed. You know why? Because his 1 RM, he's able to do it once in a day. But me, my 1 RM, I can do it all day long. give me 30 seconds, boom. 30 seconds, boom. What time is it? Another one, boom, boom, boom. And him, he's gonna do it once and he's gonna throw up everywhere. So that's the conditioning.
Do you have like maple syrup intravenous? Like, do you have maple syrup in your veins?
Probably.
Oh, I love it. Reddgy, I'm going to dive into some personal things here. I want to know about the Rico Suave love life of Reddgy the Jupiter. Like, do you have a significant other that supports you along the way here?
No, not right now, and I'm so sad about it, man. I don't know.
Please call Reddgy.
I'm looking for like I don't like 10 on 10 girls. I like 15 on 10 girls. And
oh wow!
I am very capricious, but not. I prefer to be. I prefer the couple way of life than the single way of life because you know me. When I finish my workouts and all that, I'm very tired, and I need a nice girl to watch Netflix with me.
Yep.
Eat some chips, then go to sleep and have some fun and wake up. And baby, have a good day. I prefer that than watching Netflix, than having a booty call. Hey, then I have to stand on I have to get up of my couch, take my car, and go home. Now, we're getting tired of that lifestyle. And sometimes they be like, "Yeah, Reddgy, man, I'm sure you're a player." I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't judge me like that because I look fucking good.
You got morals, brother. That's good.
Yeah.
I think that's very admirable that right now you're just focused on you and the Force 5 and getting ready for Super League, and you've got your structure and your discipline, and that's where it's at right now. And I think you're sunshine and rainbows, man. So you're open to it. If the right one comes along, you're gonna know that, and you're gonna grab her by the ponytail. No, you're gonna grab a hold of her and give her a hug. I think that's pretty cool. That's awesome. Maddie, I see you laugh. How's your daughter doing in the background? No way.
Yeah, how's your daughter?
Oh man, my daughter, she isn't crying. She was crying before the interview, and I was like, I hope that she's going to continue. But I think when she heard you and War Room Tank and Reddgy Jupiter, just calm right down.
Yeah, good energy.
Right down.
Nice.
But I got to ask Reddgy one question. I want to ask your thoughts, Reg, on the 3-day format of World.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it.
And what do you think, like how you think you're going to perform, like as an athlete? Reddgy, there you are. You're back.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
What do you think of the format of doing, like, how you think you perform actually, doing the combine day 1 and then doing 3-day day 2 and then power on day 3, like basically 3 days in a row back to back? You kind of mentioned already how you're going to perform, but I want to hear it from the horse's mouth.
Well, this is what we're getting ready for, that kind of thing. This is just perfect. This is just perfect. Like the first day, like the Power League and all that. The second day, the Super League format, and third day the Combine day. I mean, this is perfect, and I prefer that because I think it's gonna be like um, it's gonna separate athletes from people who lift weights. There's people who lift weights. I got nothing against that. There's athletes. I mean, people who are good with their cardio, and there's super athletes who do it all. And that's why there's one guy and there's one man and one woman, I think. So I prefer that because it's gonna separate athletes from super athletes and people who lift weights. And I prefer that like this. Yeah.
I think
As a super athlete, I mean, I'm really comfortable with that. So just bring it, and I'm already ready.
I think this is going to be a little snidbit, and I'm going to send it to Jay and Danny. What do you think, Matt? And they're just going to be like, yeah, Reddgy, that was like so well said, so well put.
Oh, let's do it.
Oh man, that's awesome. I love it. I love
And it's good because seriously, it's going to be very good for the Super League promotion because every section's will have a winner. So, for example, the Power League. So, if I do it, there's 4 categories for each for men and females.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So 4-4. That means 8 winners. Super League 8 winners, and the combined 8 winners. That means 24 winners. So that's good for a promotion, like all around. So probably one person can be I'm the combined winner in the angel weight. Or me, I'm the heavyweight Power League winner. Or me, I'm this, me, I'm that. Or me, I'm the cruiserweight in the Super League. But so 24 people who speak loud about it, that who speaks loud, 24 people who speak loud about it, that's very good. And for the top winners of all the superhumans and all that, that's going to be good for people like us, Christian Graham, Terran Beckham, I don't know what I don't know who I can mention because I don't see a lot of super athletes. Probably because I don't know them yet. But yeah.
Don't forget Kat Sakura. I think Kat's gonna dust it.
Oh, Kat!
Yeah,
because she's always in the organization. Sometimes like, are you an athlete or you're a Super League? You're the president of the league. Kat. She has she has a lot of power and all that. So when I see her with the Super League, I see her like a big boss. I don't see her as an athlete. I totally forgot. Kat, I love you. So there's Kat, Kristen, Terran, Jupiter.
Nice.
I forgot about Kat.
Oh, no, you didn't. No, and it's like you said, she's got so many roles and she is so busy, but we'll never underestimate the power of Killer Kat. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, and I was also with a really big, large, and in charge dude that's bringing the heat, Aaron Reed. I don't know how much he's going to go into, but probably just the 3D series for sure, because he really likes that. But Reddgy, I got a question for you. If I love your love, peace, and humility, I'll say it again. But if you could shake a magic wand and just have one wish for all humans in this world, what would it be?
Oh, simple as that. 4 letters. H-O-P-E. Hope. Hope's pretty important. Just that word, hope.
Nice.
Always remember that the sun shines, and always remember that during the night, the stars. You always see the stars, even when it's dark. And when you don't see the stars, just look. Just search, and probably you'll see the moon. So there's always something shining. Always.
That is awesome. Where did that come from in you? Like I said, go back. I met your mom and dad, very humble souls, just happy to be there that day. So is this some childhood upbringing that you had with peace and serenity and that kind of hope. And is that where it started at a young age in you?
Yeah, well, I would say yes, because I grew up in a spiritual family. As a young kid, they used to bring us at the church every Sundays and all that. But because my parents they come from Haiti and all that, so that a church section like you have to pray Jesus and all that. For us, it's uh, me as when I used to be a young kid, a teenager and all that, it became more like something normal. So, for example, I don't go to church now as an adult and all that. But started like I, st- I started to think like my own way. Like I was probably 17, 18 years old and all that. But it comes from the fact that they showed us that there's something else, you know, like around us. Just the fact that I used to see everybody praying, get on their knees and looking for something greater than the human beings and all that. So even if you see people, even if it's not the fact that I believe in that or I don't believe in that, but that brought to me the fact that I know there's something else. So I don't pray Jesus every night. He existed probably. I, I will know when when I will die. I don't know if the Muslims they're right, Buddha or whatever the name of your religion. I'm not a religious man, I'm just a spiritual man, and I believe in life, like hope. So that what it brought to me, just the fact that they raised me in that kind of believing. And I will, and I don't know if I'm a writer, but I always write. I write a lot. I like to put my ideas on papers. I like to to talk a lot. I like to read. I always read about psychology, about a lot of things. I'm a big reader, and also that meditation part, that yoga brought to my life.
Yep.
Meditation is it's a killer weapon. It's a killer weapon. Yeah.
Yep. I think I see Matt really nodding his head in the peak mindset world there too. So I think you're agreeing, Matty, eh?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that, Reddgy, and that's very well put. And I think that got us exactly where we need to be. We're just a little over an hour in, and I think we've covered some pretty damn good basics. I really appreciate you taking the time, Reddgy and Matt, to come on here and share where you're at. And I am so damn stoked for SL4. No, it would be 5, SL5, because SL4 was just South Africa in Vegas here in September to watch us all unveil. But we get to live every day like this, eh? We're going to just keep ramming it forward and leaving carnage behind and just keep going. Keep posting those good videos, Reddgy. I appreciate all your inspiration, buddy. I can't tell you enough how that fulfills me when I see you. Yeah, I really appreciate all your energy.
It's
Watching.
interesting to hear that.
Yeah, I love it, bro. You can't even understand how it lights a fire into my ass. Say, like, what am I sitting here for? I mean, I sit and watch your video, but then it gets me up and it gets me going to say, okay, I got to go perform. I got to get rolling here. If I'm ever gonna arm wrestle with Reddgy, I better get some shit going.
Wow. Well, this is why I do it, man, Tom. Seriously, thank you, man. So, as I was saying in the beginning, man, the reason why I do it's not for me, it's not for I do it for we. Yeah.
I appreciate that, buddy. I really do.
It's us.
Awesome. And Matthew, thank you, my good man, for gracing Reddgy and I with your presence. And this was good. And let's get out there and just slay. Let's just get out there and slay it another day, hey?
Yeah, let's rip it.
All right.
Right.
Appreciate you guys.
Respect,
Respect, my brother. Take care.
Respect,
Right on.
Matthew.
Right
Yeah.
on.
Take care.
Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.